The neon signs of Port Zenith flickered against the perpetual twilight of Kepler 442b's atmosphere, casting shadows across the narrow alleyways where the forgotten gathered. In one such corner, beneath a rusted overhang, two Velari sisters huddled together against the cold metallic wall. Lyra pressed her younger sister Neva closer to her chest, feeling the girl's frail body tremble. The child's translucent skin had lost its natural luminescence, dulled by weeks of malnutrition. Her large obsidian eyes, once bright with curiosity, now reflected only hunger and exhaustion. "I'm so hungry, Lyra," Neva whimpered, her voice barely a whisper. Tears rolled down her hollow cheeks, evaporating quickly in the dry station air. "It hurts." Lyra's own stomach clenched in sympathetic agony, but she stroked her sister's crystalline hair with gentle fingers. "Shh, little star. I'll find something, I promise." But promises felt hollow when you had nothing to give. Their parents had died in the mining collapse 6 cycles ago, leaving 2 orphaned Velari girls in a station that cared little for refugees. The relief centers had closed their doors weeks ago, their resources depleted by the endless stream of displaced aliens from the outer colonies. Lyra stood slowly, her legs weak from hunger. She was 17 standard years, too young to carry such weight, yet she had no choice. Neva was only 9. If Lyra didn't act, her sister wouldn't survive another week. The marketplace hummed with activity as various species bartered and traded. Lyra walked through the crowds, invisible to most. She had tried everything, begging, offering labor, searching for scraps. But in a station filled with desperate refugees, competition was fierce and compassion was a luxury few could afford. "You look lost, girl." Lyra turned to find a human woman leaning against a stall, Orla, one of the human traders who had arrived on Port Zenith 3 months ago. Humans were still rare in this sector, their Earth too far for casual travel. But where they went, opportunity seemed to follow. Orla's red hair caught the artificial light, and her green eyes assessed Lyra with practiced efficiency. "I need food," Lyra said simply, too tired for pride. "For my sister. She's dying." Orla's expression softened slightly. "Dying? Dramatic, but I believe you." She gestured toward the medical supplies behind her stall. "Nutrition packs, protein synthesizers, I've got what you need. Question is, what have you got to trade?" Lyra's shoulders sagged. "Nothing. I have nothing." "Everyone has something," Orla replied, but not unkindly. She studied the alien girl's desperate face. "You're Velari, right? Your people are known for technical skills. Can you repair things? I can try, but Orla, need you back at the ship." A young human man jogged toward them, Harry, Orla's business partner. He was stocky and practical looking, with brown hair and sharp eyes that missed nothing. He stopped when he saw Lyra, taking in her malnourished appearance with a frown. "Another refugee?" he asked. "Her sister's starving," Orla said quietly. "She's looking for work." Harry crossed his arms, his expression unreadable. Humans were strange that way. Their emotions didn't show in skin tone changes or pheromone shifts like most species. You had to read their faces, their posture, the subtle inflections in their voices. "We don't need repairs," Harry said. "Ship's running fine." Lyra felt her last hope crumbling. She turned to leave, blinking back tears. She had one option left, one she'd been avoiding because once she walked that path, there was no return. The pleasure houses in the lower decks would take her. They always needed workers. Her body would be the price for Neva's survival. "Wait!" Harry's voice stopped her. She turned back slowly. The human man exchanged a long look with Orla, some silent communication passing between them. Finally, Harry sighed. "How old is your sister?" 9 standard years. "And you?" 17. Harry's jaw tightened. He pulled out a small data pad, his fingers moving quickly across its surface. "Here's the thing. I grew up hungry. I know what it does to a kid, physically, mentally. I can't walk away from that." He looked up at Lyra. "But I'm a businessman, not a charity. So here's my offer. You work for us. Food and shelter provided. Standard labor contracts. You're not selling yourself, you're selling your time and skills. We'll train you in whatever you can learn. Your sister gets medical attention and meals. Non-negotiable terms. You work hard, you stay clean, and you don't steal from us. Break those rules and you're out, deal?" Lyra stared at him, unable to process the words. What?" "He's offering you a job, sweetie," Orla explained gently. "A real one. You'll work on our transport ship, cargo loading, maintenance assistance, whatever we need. In exchange, you and your sister get fed and housed. It's not charity. You'll earn every credit. But kids shouldn't starve. That's not negotiable for us. Tears blurred Lyra's vision, but these were different from the despair she'd felt moments ago. Why? You don't even know us. Harry shrugged, but there was something fierce in his eyes. On Earth, we have a saying, it takes a village to raise a child. Maybe that's a human thing. Maybe it should be a universal thing. Either way, I won't watch a 9-year-old die when I have the resources to prevent it. That's the deal. Take it or leave it. Lyra fell to her knees, her pride crumbling. Thank you. Thank you. I'll work harder than anyone, I promise. Get up, Harry said, offering his hand. No kneeling. You're an employee now, not a beggar. Employees have dignity. Orla was already packing nutrition supplements and medical supplies. Harry, go prep the spare cabin. I'll bring them to the ship once I close the stall. As Harry jogged away, Orla knelt beside Lyra. Listen carefully. My partner has a big heart, but he's also practical. Work hard, be honest, and we'll take care of you both. But this is a chance, not salvation. What you make of it is up to you. Understand? Lyra nodded, clutching the nutrition packs like sacred relics. I understand. An hour later, Neva sat in the ship's small galley, eating her first real meal in weeks. Lyra watched her sister's skin slowly regain its natural glow, her eyes brightening with each bite. Harry entered, carrying blankets. Cabin's ready. She should rest after eating. Why did you help us? Lyra asked softly. Truly? The human man paused, considering. Because humanity learned something important in our history. We're stronger when we protect the vulnerable. It's not weakness, it's wisdom. Besides, he smiled slightly. Every great crew starts somewhere. Who knows? Maybe one day you'll be the one helping someone else. As Neva fell asleep that night, safe and fed for the first time in months, Lyra stood at the ship's viewport. Port Zenith stretched below, full of desperate souls like she had been hours ago. But tonight she had hope. And perhaps that was the most human gift of all. The belief that tomorrow could be better than today. That kindness could exist even in the cold vacuum of space. She would work hard. She would prove Harry's faith wasn't misplaced. And someday, when she had the means, she would extend the same hand to another desperate soul. Because that's what humans had taught her. Survival wasn't just about living. It was about making sure others could live too. End.